Jordan Shusterman, Cespedes Family Barbecue, here with our Indians beat reporter, Jordan Bastian. It's nice to have another Jordan on the set. Thank you for joining me.
No problem, Jordan.
Jordan. We're here with MLB Superlatives. We're going to get to know some of the guys in the Indians clubhouse. We're going to start with best dressed. Who is the best dressed in the Cleveland clubhouse?
Well, flashiest dressed is clearly Jose Ramirez.
Yep.
He likes to coordinate hats with his belts, with his shoes.
That's effort.
He's got, I think at one point we were in Anaheim, there were 20 hats in his locker with a panda
on
logo.
On the road!
And we asked him, he said, I like pandas. That was his answer. It had, I think, his initials, and Eric Gonzalez actually, when he was when Jose was out of the room, took the hats and handed them out to a bunch of teammates. Jose was not happy when he returned. He was going around trying to get them back, but they were different colors to match different outfits.
I love it. I love it.
Jose Ramirez.
Come on, Jose. You got to share your hats if you're going to bring that many. Come on. All right, next, who is the clubhouse DJ? Who's got the aux cord? Who gets to decide what music's playing in the clubhouse?
Man, I mean, usually, as most clubhouses, will go based on who's pitching. But one guy who, if he gets there early, Francisco Lindor, he has one of those Alexas.
Yep.
He puts it in his locker, and he'll just blast music. And he's a terrible singer, admittedly. He'll tell you he's horrible, but he doesn't care. He belts it out. And there was one day Bradley Zimmer went over and was trying to figure out how to turn off Alexa. He's holding it, he's turning it over, and I think one of us over the side was like, Alexa, stop. And Zimmer's like, oh, okay. So it was, that was entertaining, but that music was always blasting in that corner.
I love it. All right, next, class clown. Who's the funniest guy in the Cleveland clubhouse?
Yeah, I mean, you could go a lot of ways here.
Sure.
I think
it's a good clubhouse. There's a lot of personalities.
Publicly, they might say Kipnis. Like, he's pretty outgoing. He's got great quotes. He's funny. But the sneaky one is Corey Kluber.
Ooh.
He's the prankster behind the scenes. You know, he's got that Klubot mentality.
Yeah, people think of him as just straight face.
Right, but like one
of
the stories is all of a sudden all these orange shirts started showing up. It said JK Construction Company. You break it, we fix it. And it was because Kipnis was notorious for when he'd get angry, he'd go back to the tunnel and break something. And Kluber was the one behind the T-shirts that just showed up a couple days later.
That is fantastic. All right, next, who's the most interesting man on the Indians roster? Someone who just fascinates you, maybe a little bit mysterious.
Yeah, again, you kind of going back to Kluber because people don't realize he's the prankster.
Yeah,
you kind of only get hints of that.
I'm
still unearthing stories about it.
Right.
Yeah, so he's kind of like that because he puts on this very robotic front. The other guy I'd say is Michael Brantley, kind of from that Jeter school of very bland publicly.
Yep.
You don't really know a lot about him personally. You really try and peel back layers.
Try and crack it, but
and he starts smiling because he knows what you're doing. But
I
think there's a lot more to Michael Brantley, I think, than fans know.
Yeah, and we'll see. And the last one, who is the most likely player on the Cleveland roster to become an MLB manager?
Yeah, I'd probably say Yan Gomes. I mean,
always the catcher.
It's always the catcher.
Yeah.
Think of this pitching staff he's leading, too.
True.
I mean, he's got a 2-time Cy Young Award winner now. He's been a big part of having this pitching staff develop.
Yep.
Sees the field. Obviously, catchers are always the obvious answer, but I see a lot of those traits in Yan Gomes.
Could he become the first Brazilian manager in baseball history? We will see.
We'll see.
Stay tuned. This has been Jordan Shusterman with Jordan Bastian, our Indians reporter. Thanks for watching us, Jordans. MLB Superlatives. See you later.